What does Santa have in store for retailers this year? For this week's Smith Business Close-Up, we're on location at the University of Maryland's Robert H. Smith School of Business. Joining us is Janet Wagner. She is an associate professor of marketing and director of the Center for Excellence in Service. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
What is the outlook for holiday shopping?
Well, the outlook is very positive. Projections are that there could be a sales increase as much as 4% over last year.
That would be a big number, right?
Yes, and economists are thinking that this may happen despite the fact that we've had high unemployment because of the wealth effect. For example, home prices are going up and Wall Street is doing very well.
We have, as you mentioned, unemployment remains stubbornly high, and Washington, the federal government, has been a continued source of uncertainty looking ahead to the next fight over the budget and the debt ceiling. Does that impact the calculation at all?
I don't think so, because uncertainty is more a factor in long-range strategic planning, and certainly selling between Thanksgiving and Christmas is a short-range problem.
Well, let's talk about the beginning of that short-range sales season, the notorious Black Friday. What's that all about? What's the origin of the term?
The origin of the term is because historically, that has been the day that most retailers actually move into the black for the year.
So they've been in the red all through the year, and then sales pick up.
Right. I think that's probably apocryphal, but.
Right. But Black Friday is now becoming sort of a combination of Black Thursday, Thanksgiving night / Friday morning.
Right. Exactly. Stores are starting to open on Thanksgiving night now. So when we're talking about Black Friday, we are in fact talking from probably 8 p.m. on Thursday night through midnight on Friday night.
So as part of your research and your continuing expertise in this, you'll be out there at the opening on Thursday night and Friday morning, I expect?
Probably not. I might be online though.
Well, let's talk about online. There's evolved this thing called Cyber Monday. Right. Is that a real thing?
Well, it's a real thing in that retailers have designated it to be a real thing, and that's the day in which online sales are highest during the holiday season. But a new day has been initiated too, which is called Green Monday, which is the second Monday in December, which is the second highest sales day of the holiday season.
All of this is starting to sound like a stream of gimmicks. Is it more than that? Does all of this sort of set the tone for the whole season somehow? Well,
it gives retailers a way of organizing their promotions. And it gives consumers an organized way of thinking about when they're going to get bargains too.
Is it true, should consumers, if they're in the market for something that can be purchased, say online, should they wait until Cyber Monday? Should they focus their efforts on it? Are the sales really better is where I'm going?
No, I don't think the sales are necessarily better. I think the sales will actually get better as we get closer to Christmas.
What are the other trends that you see at work in holiday shopping? Certainly online sales continue to grow as a percentage of overall retail.
Well, actually, before we talk about that, let me just say that this season is particularly interesting because this is the shortest holiday selling season we've had since 2002. And it's 6 days shorter than last year because Thanksgiving is so late.
So, and how does that affect things? Because you would think that people are going to spend what they're going to spend, but that's not the case.
No, I do think people are going to spend what they're going to spend. And actually, retailers are reacting in a very interesting way in that some retailers, Macy's for example, are going to be open 24 hours on December 23rd and December 24th.
Bad news for people working at a lot of these stores, I suppose.
Well, it's mixed. I mean, some people don't like it, but then there's some people who like it because they get overtime.
And from a shopper perspective, if you're a procrastinator, and I wouldn't know anything about that, it maybe is a chance to do your last minute shopping and still park within the same zip code as the mall.
There's an opportunity, right?
Anything else you see really driving sales this year? Any particular items or trends?
It's one interesting retail trend in that a lot of retailers are opening what they call pop-up stores during the holidays this year, and they're small temporary locations. They just rent the space, but they choose markets they're interested in entering, and they use those pop-up stores as a means of testing the viability of the market. As far as trends go, of course, you mentioned online shopping. Online shopping is supposed to be 15% higher than it was last year. A big component of that is going to be sales through mobile phones. About 16% of online sales are supposed to be done by mobile this year.
Well, I'm not contributing to that trend yet, but we'll give it a shot. Janet Wagner joining us here at the Robert H. Smith School of Business. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.